Hey everybody, I'm here with a friend of mine, Pastor Waylon Sears from Victory Worship Center in Tucson, Arizona. And we're talking today about this idea of Romans 1:16, to the Jew first, which is a core part of our theology here at Gateway Church. So Pastor Waylon, just tell me honestly, when's the first time you remember hearing this priority of the gospel to the Jewish people, to Israel, out of Romans 1:16, and how'd that interact with you?
Well, probably the first time hearing it, I would imagine, is probably dates back to reading The Blessed Life, as it relates to Robert Morris and the Blessed Church thereafter, and this concept of really. And so really, to be honest with you, growing up in church my entire life, being in ministry probably 20 plus years by that time, and never really having the idea or the concept, or even hearing about the concept of a focused presentation of the gospel to the Jew, and so it was really sort of eye-opening to me to be able to consider that. Okay, wait a minute, what's God saying here in this to the Jew first concept? And then as I really begin to study, through the book of Acts and look at how Paul actually, what is the model, what is the sort of description of what Paul did in terms of reaching people, always going to the synagogue, to the Jew first, literally. And then from there, after he'd saturated or been expelled from the synagogue for whatever reason, now begins to reach out to the Gentiles and those in the city. And so it really began to show me a pattern and a model of God's intent towards his people, even in the New Testament.
So what's been your journey like since kind of coming into that revelation? Yeah. Where are you guys at a church with how you're making that contextualized for a church in Arizona?
Well, again, going back and studying that book of Acts, I had this sort of moment with the Lord where I was reading and I felt like the Lord really challenged me with this simple statement of, when did I ever tell you to stop reaching the Jew, or really caring about my people? Because I think in Gentile world, the American church, we see Israel as like a place we pray for peace, and we understand the importance, and in terms of today, maybe the end times, sort of thought process, but we don't really understand like this ongoing covenant with the people in the land and how important that is. And so for us, it really shook me to like, you never told us to stop. When did you take away that pattern? So for us as a church, we really just tried to find opportunities to embrace that wherever we can, whether it's financially, whether it's through ministry, starting ministries, even just educating our people, discipling our people by trips and connection points to help them just start to see the value that is still on the nation of Israel, really. That's
great. Well, that's it. We just want to be available to you to help guide you on some of these things that maybe in the past have been a little bit foggy for you, or there hasn't been any teaching. So if you want to learn more, we have a specific position paper on this theology of to the Jew first. So thanks, Pastor Waylon, for your time. We're grateful for your friendship. God bless all of you.